So welcome back, guys. Welcome, 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 welcome. We're not going to waste any time. We're going to go straight into this. We're going to make this work. No matter what, we're going to make this work. Mhm. So can I have somebody? I have shadow ban on my IG. It seems clear, Abby. Can I bring somebody? Be buzzing. Just come and wave for a few minutes. Please don't waste my time. Help me, so we get more people in the house. Prissy, Nikki Bekwe, just come and wave. I just need somebody to wave, just for a few minutes. I think Nigeria is cursed with internet. But I told everybody that I was coming back now. So where is everybody? Ah, God. You guys are me. I'm just gonna just lock up and go. The internet is better now. Okay, Ife. All right, Prissy is here.
I'm sorry.
Hi.
I'm driving. I'm sorry. That's why.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Julie.
Yeah, I'm working.
Yeah, I just needed you guys to come in. That's fine. Just wave and that's all. Thank you very much, my dear sister. Thank you very much, my dear sister. So that's all. Yeah. So more people, because of the shadow ban, more people can actually come out. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So earlier on, I asked a question. And I said, compared to counterparts abroad, are our parents really doing well? This looks like somewhere in Nigeria, but it's so clear. Madam, can we see you? We're not bringing anybody up. All right, so we're good now. Everything seems to be working. Real Aloma 30 GB APC man. I wouldn't blame your stupidity on you. I'll blame it on your parents. Can we all gather here? How would you feel if I came to a platform where you are and said PDP woman or Peter Obi? Listen, I've said it many times. I'm never going to support Peter Obi in this life until Peter Obi gets his followers to apologize to me for bullying. Peter Obi and his supporters bully people online, and I will never support that. And I've said it over and over again. Does not mean I'm supporting Tinubu. You see, the problem with you is because I'm not supporting Peter Obi, I must be an APC man. Ask anybody in APC. I can beat my chest, and I'm the only person that can beat. I've never collected anything from APC before. And Idris did not cook Sheyi Law. Sheyi Law spoke a lot of facts, but you can't identify the facts because you are an obedient. So I'm sorry. I've said this over and over again. My problem with Peter Obi is not so much as Peter Obi, it's the fact that he cannot control the army, the dangerous army that he's bringing. Real Aloma, you be City Boy movement. You are a waste of space. Normally, I don't believe in terminating pregnancy, but I don't see why your mother carried you to term. Now enjoy this rapture. And my question is, okay, so if I'm an APC man, that I am not, if I really want to be an APC man, somebody says Sheyi Law was cooked, then that means you don't understand facts. Idris did well, same with Sheyi. Let me remove you from my live. Why don't you want to support P2B? Because his followers are bullies. Simple. That's all. And if he can't contain them now, he will not contain them when he gets to power. That's all. That's reason enough for me. And until he fixes it, I don't see any reason why I should support him. Someone said the APC that uses thugs. Why not tell Tinubu to stop? Has Tinubu ever used thugs on me before? Why are you telling me to talk about somebody else's experience? Why? Why not my experience? Am I not the one voting? Why should I vote based on somebody else's experience? Since I've lived in this Lagos, APC people have never used thugs to harass me before for anything. Maybe they do it to other people. But have P2B online thugs harass me? Many times. They harassed me when I was part of P2B's movement. They harassed me when I left. They harassed me when I joined Sowore. Repeatedly. Anybody that knows. So for me, I don't have... Even when I bash Tinubu, even when I come out and say what Tinubu is doing is not right, they don't attack me. I've never been attacked. But Obi, if you give Obi 95%, they will say, why didn't you give him 100? They will attack you. I'm never going to support that. It's my opinion. So I'm sorry if I'm going to let you down there. The same thoughts are harassing me now. That's it. Somebody said Obi and Tinubu are scams. I don't care for any Nigerian politician. All Nigerian politicians, as far as I'm concerned, are the same. There's no good one and there's no bad one. They're all the same. The only person that is different is Sowore because he has not been part of any party. How can you tell me that Atiku is bad, but P2B is good? Meanwhile, P2B was running mate for Atiku. Guys, come on. Come on. And if I wake up tomorrow and I decide that I want to support Tinubu, why should it be a problem? Why? Am I not entitled to my own opinion? Just like the same way I can wake up tomorrow and decide that I want to support Obi. It's simple. It's simple. I will never bash Obi's followers. They believe in him. Someone say you can't blame another man for that. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. He doesn't control them and he can't control them. That's a problem. It's a red flag. They will be worse than this APC. If he has not entered power, he doesn't have power and he can't control them. Imagine he actually has power. Please. Has he ever come out and said, obedience, you people are harassing people online. Stop it. I'm not in support of them. Oh. You guys harass Daddy Freeze. Oh. I'm not in support of it. Oh. It's a lie. So if you ask me, I personally believe that he's probably enjoying it. Because if he wasn't enjoying it, he would have complained about it. But it's seemingly working. So please, keep Obi and all that. Keep it away from me. I'm not interested in Nigerian politics. The best I can do for you is be neutral. That's the very best I can do for you. But I will never support P2B as long as he does not tell his people to apologize to me for what they did. Some people say, I'm too small and he's too big. Okay. He's also too big to receive my small support. Finish. If you bring Nnamdi Kanu now, as Nigerian president, I will support him because he has never tasted this politics. If you give me Omoyele Sowore, if you give me Nnamdi Kanu, say Nnamdi Kanu is running for president, I will support Nnamdi Kanu any day. Mark my word that I said this today. But Obi, and if there were only two candidates, and I was made to support, and Obi was one of those candidates, I'll vote the other person. If there were only two candidates left, and one is Obi, and Obi has not checkmated or called his people to order, it's not about forgive him. It's a problem. It's a red flag. Husband will slap you for dating, go beat you for marriage. If he can't control his children before he takes power, what do you think will give him the strength to be able to control them when he's in power? That's my take. That's my take. So if you want to give me an Igbo candidate, give me Nnamdi Kanu, and I will vote for him. Give me Nnamdi Kanu against Sowore, I will vote for Nnamdi Kanu over Sowore. The reason why I'm picking Sowore among this lot is, compared to them, Sowore is the cleanest. But if you give me Nnamdi Kanu against Sowore, I will take Nnamdi Kanu. But you see this particular one, I don't see how Obi is better than Tinubu. I don't. And those of you that are saying Idris cooked Seyi Law, it means you are going there to watch with sentiments. Idris did well, so did Seyi Law. The two of them came with bona fide facts to the argument. And if you can't see that, you have a problem. And I have a problem with you. So can we go back to today's post? I'm sorry I promised that this year I'm not going to explain myself. So I really had no reason to actually explain myself. If you think I'm APC, I'm APC. That's it. No problem. Now, human being, they vote for APC. So, can we go to today's message? And I want you to work with me. You wake up every day. Your parents taught you church. Your parents taught you church. Am I making sense to you? Your parents taught you church. How is the Starlink working? Is you guys, I'll ask. The only thing I need now is a UPS so that if light goes now, everything will shut down. So if you just see shut down, just know saying I light go. In my estate, they don't take light for more than 1 or 2 minutes. But that 1 or 2 minutes, as I never get the UPS, I'm looking for a UPS for it. But in the meantime, work with me. Let's look at your parents. I need somebody to join me live. Anyone. Maybe J-Lo. Anyone. I just need to bounce off someone. Efe is 45 minutes. You said that I should give you 45 minutes. The 45 minutes that I did not plan to stay here, I've been here already. So, the internet is very sharp now. Thank God. So, guys, forgive me, those of you that feel that sometimes...
It's a 2025.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's what I want to buy for my wife.
Oh, yeah, she'll like it.
My wife said I should buy her Benz. I say
the
you.
Woodland edition.
My wife said I should buy her Benz. I say you are getting a Toyota.
That if it's buy her Benz because...
Let me explain to you why. I don't want to use my children's inheritance to be maintaining car. My wife can park car, leave the 4 windows down for 2 days. As in, we go London, my wife on headlights down. Now Toyota na if he survive the kind of abuse where my wife they give motor.
Wow, Daddy Freeze.
And she doesn't quarrel. I went to visit my wife's sister, Chichi, and her lovely husband, Tubo. And the two of them have 2 Range Rovers, and they mostly work from home. So I was like,
Okay.
why do you guys have 2 cars? And you guys hardly go out. My wife's sister said, it is cheaper to buy 2 cars than to go through a divorce process. I said, what do you mean? Now the husband come. The husband says she not fit drive him motor, make she not put scratch. See, she will drive the car and come back, then the husband will go and look at the wheels and say, this scratch on the wheels was not there before. She said, but it's just wheels. The husband go put on for her, say, hey.
Daddy Freeze, I'm at this school, so I'm just gonna drop her, and it will take me like 3-4 minutes to get home, and I'll pop back on your live.
All right, because I really need you.
Yes.
All right, Ife. God bless you. And you're looking beautiful. You're not rocking your short hair today. Drop your kid.
Yeah, I braided my hair. Yeah.
4 minutes. Bye.
I'll be back. Yeah.
So, and that's one of the beautiful things about my wife. She doesn't stress me. You know, some women will just go and drive your car. I don't have a problem with a woman driving my car, but you have to maintain it, the standard at which I maintain it. See my phone. No scratch. Let me clean the glass for you, just to show you. If you change screen for my wife today, my wife don't break the phone screen in 14 hours. You know, they reach one, they see the screen on my glass. This is the screen I put on my phone the day I got it. In October, November, December, January, 4 months ago. See the screen. No scratch on the screen. A screen on my wife's phone cannot last 14 hours. So, it's not cute for you to go and drive my car. Let me tell you, my car still smells brand new. My Mercedes, I bought it brand new 2022. I bought it in 2022. It still smells brand new in 2026, 4 years later. 4 years. If you open the door, you still smell. Do you know why? I don't drive it at all during the week. I don't drive my car to where there's no parking space so they don't use door and jam it. I don't drive my car to where it's bad. I just take a cab and sit at the back and walk. I only drive my cars when I want, maybe I have a long distance trip I want to enjoy. Eat in my car. Ask my family. I don't park for road before. Everybody come down, they go chop. Then when they chop, I get water in the car, I wash their hand. Then I get towel in the car, I dry their hand before they enter my car back. Eat in my car. It's impossible. Even me, I don't eat in my car, but I eat in my wife's car. Because my wife eats in her car. And she uses her car to carry food. No. I carry my wife. We eat out. You can't eat in my car. Cockroach. No. I don't eat in my car. I don't even carry food in my car. I'm a car person. See, everything I can't share with anybody. Somebody say your wahala plenty. My wahala plenty, I know. Even with my ex-wife was even worse than my current wife. My current wife is not good with cow. My ex-wife was worse. Yeah, you can drink water in my car, but you must not spill that water. Why are you eating in the car? Why? Don't you have a house to eat in? The place you bought the food, don't they have chair where you can sit down and eat? You can't eat in my car. The only thing I allow my wife to do is makeup in the car, which I still have to come and clean the upholstery where she'll use her makeup hand to touch. Women get problem. It's not easy to live with a woman. Now, my wife doesn't like sharing towels with me, and I don't often respect that boundary. I'm guilty. So my wife will go and get a fresh towel and hang it. And I just came out of the shower and that towel is looking so nice. And I'll wait for my body to dry a bit. Then I'll quickly use her towel, hoping that she will not know. She always knows. And I always get into trouble for it. I don't drive your car. So why are you using my towel? Sorry, baby. How do you treat dampness inside the car? You sun the car. You sun the car. It's tough work. You have to open the car inside the sun every day. Very stressful. So welcome back, guys. I'm waiting for Ife. Ife said she'll be back here. Ife is not here. Ife is not here yet. See how Ife promised. 3 minutes. Don't worry. I'll give you this. I will do that. She's not here yet. So, while we're waiting for Ife, someone says, son, no day Michigan. Let us talk about our parents. Let us objectively rate our parents. And let us objectively, using the Bible as a yardstick and using the teaching of Christianity as a yardstick, let us rate our parents. Are they doing better than those who don't worship God? Do they have better lives? Are they happier? Are our parents really happier than their counterparts abroad? I was reading something today that scared me. And I'm going to show it to you. I want to show you something. So, Nigeria age structure 25 to 26. Here's an estimate. I want you to look at this. 0 to 14 years is 41 to 43% of our population, meaning nearly half of all Nigerians are below 14 years of age. 14 and below, nearly half. The median age in Nigeria is 18 years. We have only 3% of our population above 65 years. This is scary. Only 3% of our population. We are at 240 million. Less than or approximately 3%. So about 50 million out of 240 million. No, that's 30%. 10% is 24 million. 1% is 2.4 million. Less than 10 million people cross 65 and above. We have the highest mortality rate in the world right now. Right now, we have scary numbers. Unbelievable numbers. Unimaginable numbers. How did we arrive here? How can we have 3% above 65? Guys, we need to talk about this. We need to talk about this. Jadesola, I need you on my live to wait for a few minutes. I want you to work with me. Okoji say, I see why they call me Pa Okoji. You there among the 3%. 3% of a population is above 65. Okoji said poor nutrition and poverty, part of the problem. Another part of the problem is spiritualizing logic.
Oh, sorry, yes, I'm sorry. Let me switch over. Yeah, I was working out.
Okay, I just needed you for 1 minute to bounce off. After that, you can go so I can bring Ife. You said you noticed something in Hungary when you moved over to Hungary.
Praise the daddy phrase. These guys eat a lot of bread. A lot of bread, a lot of carbohydrate, and they barely work out. You know, they barely work out. And I also know that likely our meals, you know, in Nigeria are more natural. You know, so Nigerians at least have some amount of natural food compared to these guys. Every occasion is bread. You know, there are ceremonies, they share bread and all of that. All right, but they live longer. You see them in their 70s, in their 80s, in their 90s. All right, so it's really crazy. But when they see us Nigerians or Africans walking out here, you know, trying to manage our diet and all of that, they begin to wonder. And crazy phrase, they smoke a lot.
So they smoke a lot, they're unhealthy, but they still live longer than we live.
They live longer. They live longer.
There was an Instagram video. I can't air it because I don't have the copyright to it. Nigeria has the lowest life expectancy rate in the world, 2026.
True.
So my question just before we go, is, and I'm going to ask
something the other day.
Yeah.
Yes. You know, I stay in the town where my university is called Stay. All right. So I decided to go. It's of course a small town, roughly 80,000 inhabitants. I decided to go around the streets to see the number of churches we have here. Guess what that is phrase? One church. The whole of this area will have only one church. One. And it's a Catholic church. It's a Catholic church. And people barely, on a Sunday, I said, okay, let me just go there in the morning. I could barely count up to 15, 20 persons in that church. You know? And that's how crazy it is. So if you want to really say, okay, maybe it's because they are spiritual, that's why they are living longer. That's not the case. You know, that's not the case. So it's really crazy. It's really crazy.
You see, I'm going to tell you something, yeah? And before you go, because I need you to go so I can focus with Ife, I want to ask you a question. Can you look at your parents' lives? Be very honest. Compare them to the people in Hungary who are their age. Do you think the God your parents have been praying to all their lives is
Daddy,
working?
let me use the bathroom. I'm coming right back.
All right, no problem. Do you think, just look at your parents worship, at least your parents were Christian.
Of course, they are alive, they are Christians.
They are
My dad
Christian.
is 59 years.
Your dad is 59.
Yes.
Oh, your dad is 10 years older than me. How old is your mom?
My mom is 41.
That means I'm 8 years older than your mom.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So your mom is still
I'm
young.
young parents.
You don't really qualify for this
Yeah.
message because your mom, your parents are young. Your parents are age.
Yeah.
You understand? But I wanted to ask you, that means, are your grandparents alive? That means your mother's parents. If your mother is
None of
younger
them.
than me,
None of them. None of them. None of them is alive. None of them.
because my youngest sister is your mother's age, and my parents are alive. So your grandparents should be alive.
Sadly, they're not.
So
Sadly,
if
they're
you
not.
look at the lives of your grandparents, who would be the age of my parents, can you look at them and say, this God that they worshipped came through for them? Honest
In all
evaluation.
In all honesty,
Yeah.
the difference, the God they pay tithes to, the God they swept churches, like my mom, I hope she's not watching this. She used to tell me that, sweeping the church, will always open doors for her and all of that. It's really crazy. Far from it, that difference. Far from it, that difference. Nothing. There's nothing to show for it. You were here when I came. It was in your church that I got the support to be where I am today. After I got the scholarship and I couldn't afford my flight ticket, it was the church, Free Nation Church, that was able to see me through and all of that. So, far from it, the difference.
So what am I trying to say at the end of the day is, what's the benefit of the God your parents worshipped? The God that they were so afraid to ask questions. You will offend God. How dare you say that about God? God, 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 God. And you look at their lives. How old are you again? Sorry, I missed that part.
27.
27.
28.
And everything you had to do yourself. And I can guarantee you, the moment you start working in that Hungary that you are in, or you relocate to, I hope you are learning the language.
Of course, I can speak the basic Hungarian, the basics.
Say a few things in Hungarian.
All right, like hello is Pia. Good morning is Jó reggelt kívánok. Good afternoon, Jó napot. Good evening, Jó estet. Happy weekend, Jó hétvégen. What again?
I know Igen. Hungarian was my first language. I've never said this before. When I was a kid, because my grandmother is Hungarian, and I was raised by my grandmother, my great-grandmother. I was raised by my great-grandmother. And the first language I ever spoke in this life is Hungarian. The only two words I remember is Nem and Igen.
Igen is yes.
Yes, and Nem is no. And that's all I remember from Hungarian. And I could speak Hungarian as a child. Fluent Hungarian. I lost it totally. My mom used to speak it to me at a point, but I think my mom speaks perfect Hungarian. So,
I'm done.
all right, welcome. So I'm going to ask you the same question before Jacob goes. And the question is, you live in America.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want you to look at Nigerians living in America or black people living in America. I want you to look at the Oyimbos that have been living there for 400 years.
Okay.
And compare them to your parents back home. How many Oyinbo Americans really go to church? How many of them worship God the way we worship God? How many of them join online services every morning to pray? Look at their lives. Honest evaluation. Honest to God evaluation. Look at their lives and look at your parents' lives back home. Some of our mothers swept the church. Some of our fathers beat us if we didn't go to church. They beat me for not praying as a kid. Look at your parents' lives and look at their counterparts abroad. Japan, China, the countries that have the longest life expectancy. It is not uncommon to see a 105-year-old Japanese man riding a bicycle.
Yeah.
How many 100-year-old Nigerians are alive? How many of them that are alive can walk? How many of them that are alive and can walk and ride bicycle? I can tell you, no Nigerian at 105 can ride bicycle. None. 105, they're going to carry them out on top bed, put them under sun, carry them back inside house. So my question is, from a logical, critical standpoint, look at your parents and look at the lives of those abroad and give me an honest comparison. Honest to God comparison. Ife, I'm listening.
Ready for this? Okay, so the people that I work with, most of them are what do you call this? Agnostics. So they don't go to church. They believe, some sort of existence, but they don't practice that. So I think that's agnostic, and most of them are like atheists. So I work with mostly Filipinos and whites. So I could tell you categorically, maybe only 1 or 2 out of like morning, afternoon, and night shift that probably go to church. And if I were to compare it with like Nigerians, I mean, I grew up in Nigeria. I left when I was maybe 26, 27. I'll tell you that the people here are pretty much, they're more honest than Nigerians. Nigerians go to church,
more honest.
They lie. It's crazy. And the people here, they genuinely love like one another. They don't want to do something that is like, I don't know, that is considered, shady. They love, like, if something were to happen, you see how they show genuine, concern. Like, we had something happen to a colleague of ours, and everybody just quickly hurried up, go fund me, and everybody was contributing. It's like that, like real quick. But I just feel like we don't have that much love for each other in Nigeria. Let me just start with that. We don't have that much love. People always do who they know, okay, stuff like that. And then, again, I might be wrong, but I feel like getting, like, to start your life, like getting a job and all of that, because of how the system is, it's kind of, I would say it's a little bit fair compared to Nigeria. Nigeria, you need to know somebody. So even if we're religious, or, quote and unquote, to go to church, we would do that, the system is not even fair. But here, you know that if you work hard, if you try your best, you will definitely, even if you don't get out of 3 interviews, you probably get 1. But in Nigeria, you can go for 10 interviews and not get anyone. And it's not because you don't qualify, it's just because the system is not fair. So Nigeria is not fair in that, in that aspect. So to the church proper way of life, Nigerians, the people that I know that are religious, are one of the worst people on earth. My family, I lost my dad when I was 22. His stepbrother frustrated my life, and he was a pastor in the church. So, sorry to say, but religious people in Nigeria are like one of the worst people ever. I think my mom was the only person that I would say was religious, that lived that life. Like, she was genuinely, good person, honest, very helpful, very, all the whole characteristics you can list of a Christian. My mom had that. But apart from my mom, I don't know any other person that had those qualities. Hello? So I would say Nigerian Christianity it makes people wicked. I'm sorry. Nigerian Christianity makes people wicked. It makes people very selfish. Me, my family and I. My family and is always like that.
Where are you, darling?
Instead of like the whole world, let's pray for the world. I can't see you I can't see you by the way. Your screen is like completely blank.
I think it's his
So
network
if
or
I,
something.
okay, so if I were to compare the Christianity, I would say Nigerian Christianity is not good.
Okay, Sha, come. Let me come and
I
help
think
me. I'm
what we have
begging.
in Nigeria is basically people who are
How
overtly
long will it take you to
religious
fix your hair?
and not Christ-like. You know, we're just
Exactly.
religious
love,
people
please.
who don't know Christ. You know, just like you mentioned,
Thank, I'm
if
begging. I'm
someone
not
has an
posing. I'm
issue
sure
here,
begging now.
it becomes the problem of
If I
everybody.
was
You
posing now,
know,
you can be angry.
people rally around to see how they can support and ensure that such a person stands to his or her feet. You know, so I think it's a problem in Nigeria. It's really a big problem.
It's really sad. When I think about it, like it's sad. I went to let me see, I went to Redeemed Church for a while. I was in the choir. You know, I sang like alto for like, I don't know, I was in school for 5 years, so like pretty 4 years I was there. And I remember the first day somebody introduced me to Daddy Freeze. I was like, oh, I know Daddy Freeze. I hear about him. He's always insulting, pastors. But I was like, oh, let me just take my time and listen to him. And then when I listened to him, I was like, wow, are you serious? Like, he's answering some of the questions that I've always thought about. But you know how Christian, that some things you cannot ask in church. Even when you ask your parents, they'll tell you, you will know on the last day. You know, those kind of things like, we don't know, we'll know on the last day. You know, those kind of questions that you cannot challenge. But Daddy Freeze was answering some of them. And I was like, let me go and, let me ignore the fact that, he was yabbing pastors because of how passionate he was. He was, going at them. I was like, oh, let me just take my time. And I listened to him. I was like, wow. And I'm telling you, as at that time, I was still struggling with like pay tithe, not pay tithe. Do you understand? I was like, you know what? I'm not going to pay my tithe. And guess what? That the period I said I wasn't going to pay my tithe, there was a day I was driving. I was still driving like my Nissan Rogue, the first car I bought when I came to the US. I was still driving the Nissan Rogue. And all of a sudden, the tire I think a nail got into the tire while I was on the freeway. And you know what came to my mind?
Because you didn't pay your tithe.
You didn't pay your tithe. You didn't pay your tithe. I had to snap out of. I was like, no, wait a minute. This could have happened even if I paid my tithe. You get, like, it could have happened literally. That's why you have insurance. I called AAA. AAA came. They towed my car to the to the mechanic place, and they took out the tire, replaced the tire, and I was back to normal. I was like, you know what? I don't think it's because of my tithe. I just think it was meant to happen. You know what I mean? And from that time till now, I haven't paid my tithes. And according to Redeemed Church, they'll tell you if you don't pay your tithe, things will be tight for you. You know, they always use.
Luckily for me, I just asked you. I said, what car were you driving? And you're driving a new car. You're driving a better car than you were driving when you were paying tithes.
Exactly, Daddy Freeze.
Because not only are you driving a 2025 RAV4, which I said is my dream car for my wife, by the way. She wants a Mercedes, but she's not going to get one.
You buy her Mercedes. We'll talk about that one.
Never. With the way she maintains her car. And then you say your own is the Woodland edition.
Yes, the Woodland edition. Because I wanted the green, and the green was very scarce in the other ones. Because they have XLE, XSE, but they didn't have the green. I wanted the green.
So that means the Woodland will be a bit more expensive.
Yeah, a little bit more. Because the rims of the tire is gold.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it looks good. I don't think it's real good anyway. So I waited for like a couple of months because they had to bring it from Japan.
Oh, wow. So,
yeah.
The logic is...
I answered all your questions.
Yes. Yeah. And now I'm going to ask you questions now. I'm going to ask the two of you 2 questions. Then Jacob can go, so it will just be me and Ife. We're now going to go into the Bible. So, I want to ask you, you can use your Bibles.
Okay, because I actually prefer that copy.
You can. Is it NLT?
Yes, NLT. Okay. It's because of you. I bought NLT.
So, the first question I want to ask you, answer me logically. Adam, according to the Bible, was our first ancestor. Right?
Yes.
So he must have looked identical with us.
Yes.
You've seen depictions of Eve. Just Google Adam and Eve. So let's go and Google Adam and Eve, right? Adam and Eve, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's click on images. Okay, so we're going to look at several images, and I want you to tell me what is off. Okay, let me not show the Bobby. May they not come quarrel me. So let's look at as Eve and Adam. Let's look. There's another picture here of Eve and Adam, right? And you see Adam and Eve. What is off in the depiction of Adam and Eve? Someone said their colors. Okoje says they were black, not white. Those are debatable. But there's one thing that is the real problem. There's Snow White. We can argue. We can argue, but there's one thing that we cannot argue. Someone said they don't look like me. Well, your ancestors don't have to be Oyinbo. You understand? Your ancestors can be my color. I can give birth to darker children, depending on condition, or lighter children. But a pure white person cannot give birth to me. You have to have some color. You understand?
Yes.
Someone said they don't wear cloths. That's arguable. There's one problem in the depiction of Adam and Eve. They say Adam wear cloth, Eve not wear cloth. It's not a problem. There's one problem. Jacob, you are brilliant. I want you to know, what is that one problem? Hair, debatable. They could have had coarser hair, but there's only one problem with that picture. He said their private pee. Their private pee is not important. They could have gotten, but there's only one thing that is completely flawed in the Adam and Eve narrative. Completely.
You see, I don't know.
I want you to watch it again. I want you to look at all the pictures again. All of them.
I'm looking at the pictures.
Let me show you the picture again. Just see it. This is Eve. And that's Adam. You understand? You can see that the color of Adam and Eve there is different from the color of Adam and Eve here. But there's one thing that this is when they were driven out. But you can see that there's one thing that is constant but impossible. You can see all of the pictures of Adam and Eve. Even look at this one where they are pure white. There's only one thing that is wrong.
Is it the picture of the snake?
Nope. Should I tell you what the problem is?
Yeah, because I'm confused now. I don't know what's the problem.
This is the problem
From
right
what I
here.
can see,
Watch here. This is the problem.
From what I can see on their bodies.
You know what that is?
That is a novel.
A navel. What is a navel?
Is that the belly button?
What is a belly button?
What is commonly called the belly? You know, I've seen my younger ones.
Tolu is very. I'm beginning to see that Tolu is more intelligent than many people here. Tolu seems to be very quick to get things. So what is the belly button?
I think it's the way you ask the question. So we're trying to figure out what was wrong with the picture.
That's the only thing that is wrong with the picture. Anything else can be. That is impossible. It is impossible for Adam and Eve to have a belly button. Why? Because a belly button is what is left when the umbilical cord is severed. The umbilical cord that ties a child to its mother's placenta. After removing the umbilical cord, what you have as a remnant is a belly button. If Adam was created from clay, where did he get the belly button from? And if Eve was created from the rib of Adam, where did they get belly buttons from?
I've never thought about it like this. Wow.
Where? The only way a human can have a navel. Someone said, what if God used his finger to create one? Why would God need one? Your belly button is not a beautiful thing. It is of no use. It was only useful when you were in the womb. The moment they gave birth to you, it became useless.
Yeah.
It became. So where did Adam get belly button from if God created him? And where did Eve get belly button from if God created her from the rib of Adam? It just shows you that people who are neither intelligent nor enlightened were the ones that depicted God to us. Because if they had any sense, if they had any link with the Holy Spirit, the first drawings of Adam and Eve will not have belly button. Holy Spirit for don't correct them. Say, this thing no dey there. This thing a new invention. But they have no Holy Spirit. They just need you to be stupid enough. They need you to be dependent enough. They need you to be scared enough not to question it. Whatever they tell you goes. That's the problem with religion. Someone said, but DF, we cannot judge based on their depictions. Though, because it wasn't written in the Bible that they had belly buttons, and the drawings are recent, not old. Google oldest drawing of Adam and Eve and put age. Oldest drawing of Adam and Eve. What year? So the oldest drawing of Adam and Eve was done in 1504, which is about 500 plus years ago. It's older than the English Bible. In 1504, and yes, they had belly buttons. Abby, can you see the belly buttons?
I don't know, for some reasons my internet's a bit slow.
I'm showing it to you on my own. Can't you see me?
No, that face, your screen is black. I can't even see you at all.
Okay, so
Last
let
time I
me.
was seeing you like your internet bad.
Can you see me now? Can you see me now? Can you see me now?
Nope. Nope.
Okay, but guys, can you
the
see
other
me?
guy when he was here. But
Okay, I
couldn't
think it's
see
your internet, so let's just manage it like that.
you. Okay.
JLo, you could
Or do you
see.
want me to log back and come back in?
No,
I don't
it's fine. It's
understand.
fine. I don't want you to go and not be able to come back. Or do you want to try that? Maybe let's try that.
I'll try it. Yeah.
All right. So let me bring you up immediately.
Okay.
Mama, see Adam even get heap. Bye heap. Mama, see Adam was a baddie. Paula, are you available to read Bible for me too? I don't mind having you and Ife. You guys are fantastic. Papa said maybe God, if God has belly button, that means he has a mother. Can you see me now, Ife?
That if I could see you when I was not on your live, but now that I'm on your live, I cannot see you. So I think it's probably my Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Let's not.
It's okay. Yeah.
Let's not mess it up. Let's continue like this.
Yes.
So my question is, if the picture of Adam and Eve is a human depiction, what else have we allowed humans to depict to us?
Right.
That is the real problem. All of a sudden now we're making an excuse for Adam and Eve, saying, well, there was no real picture. How many other things do we have today are human depictions? How many? Now, I want to ask you a question.
Kamorudin said it might be my IG.
Forget about it. Let's this not bother us, because we're not going to achieve what we set here to. So you can't see me, you can hear me. Let's work with it like that.
Yeah, I can hear you clearly, yeah.
So I want you to read Genesis chapter 5 and verse 3. At least Adam's belly button was not in the Bible. But let's read this.
Okay, Genesis chapter 5, verse 3. When Adam was 130 years old, he became the father of a son who was just like him in his very image. He named his son Seth. Verse 4. After the death of Seth, Adam lived another 800 years, and he had other sons and daughters. Verse 5. Adam lived 930 years, and then he died.
Okay. So two things that I want you to read here. Let's take it again from verse 3.
When Adam was 130 years old, he became the father of a son who was just like him in his very image. He named his son Seth. Should I go on?
Continue.
After the birth of Seth, Adam lived another 800 years, and he had other sons and daughters. Adam lived 930 years, and then he died.
All right. So we have a problem here.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
The very first one, they said he had a son named Seth in his very image, but they didn't say the other ones were in his very image. They just said he had other sons and daughters.
That's not the problem. There is a problem. Now read verse 4.
Verse 4. After the birth of Seth, Adam lived another 800
No, sorry,
years.
verse 6. Forgive me, verse 6.
When Seth was 105 years old,
So
he
verse
became
6
the
says,
father.
say it again, just read the first part. Read.
When Seth was 105 years old.
Stop. How old was Seth?
105.
All right, go to verse 3.
When Adam was 130 years old.
Okay. So Seth was 105 and Adam was 130. Good. How did they calculate Seth's age? They said Seth was 105 when he had kids. Right?
Yeah.
So how do they calculate somebody's age? How old are you?
35.
You're 35 years old. So how are you 35 years old?
Because I remember the day I have the birth certificate that states the day I was born.
Okay. So you have something that indicates the day you were born. And then every year you add a new age.
Yes.
Until you get to 35. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you read verse 3 again.
When Adam was 130 years old, he became the father of a son.
How did Adam become the father of a son? How did your father become your father?
Impregnated my
and
mother.
Then the day you were born, you become a child. Your father, if he gives you your mother, gets your mother pregnancy, or he gets her pregnant, he is not your father until you are born.
Until I'm born.
So
Correct.
your father became a father the day you were born, or became your father the day you were born. So Adam became Seth's father the day Seth was born. Right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So read that verse again.
When Adam was 130 years old,
Stop.
He became
Stop.
the father.
Stop. So if we calculated Seth's age from the time Adam gave birth to him to 105, how do we calculate Adam's age to be 130 years old? Adam was not born.
There's no way from, yes,
Adam was not born.
So, there's no way
so he was created as a full man.
So I guess they were counting from the day he was created.
Does this not look to you like human beings trying to fill spiritual gaps?
Yeah.
So Adam is 130 years old. How is Adam 130 years old? Now, how do we calculate Adam's age? Is it from the day he was created or the day he was driven out of the garden? What point did they start counting his age? Because if Adam had continued living in the garden, he will never have died.
Right.
But the Bible says he lived on for another 800 years. And then he died at 930.
Yeah.
My question is, if he continued living in the garden, he would have had no age. Because the only reason why you are calculating age is because one day you are going to die.
That's correct.
So, how come Adam lived, where did they start? Did they start from the day he was created or from the day he was driven out of the garden? At what point did they start counting his age?
Somebody said from when he was driven out. I don't know how that person got that information because it's not.
Any example you give gives us a mathematical equation that is not equating. Any juncture you try to bring shows the ridicule. It shows it just shows Adam's belly button. Humans trying to explain what they don't understand in the best form of their that their reality can contain. So just the way somebody drew Adam and put a belly button, that's the same way somebody came one day and said, you know what? For this Bible to add up, Adam has to be this, has to be that. We tried exposing our limitations and human error to explain Adam and Eve. Now, the world is not 6,000 years old. Google, according to the Bible, how old is the world? According to the Bible, how old is the world? Are you ready?
Yeah, it said the Bible does not explicitly state the age of Earth, but estimate is around 6,000 years old.
Say that again.
It said estimates is about approximately 6,000 years old.
So, according to the Bible's estimates, the world is 6,000 years old.
Yeah.
Now, I want you to Google something else. Google Turkana boy age. Google Turkana boy age.
Uh, 1.6 million years ago.
Okay.
It was found in Kenya.
I've seen the Turkana boy skeleton. It was at the Kenya airport. You can Google Turkana boy Kenya airport. And then click on images. That's it right there. At the Kenya airport. I'm not sure it's still there.
Oh,
But
wow.
I've seen the skeleton. So in
Yeah,
Africa,
I've seen the skeleton.
we have a scientifically proven human-like skeleton of a being that lived 1,600 years ago. But the Bible can only account for 6,000 years.
You said 1,600 years. I thought it's 1.6 million years.
Sorry, 1.6 million years, forgive me. The Bible can only account for 6,000 years. While the Turkana boy is clear. Now the kind of thing where Holyfield like argue, I they wonder say why you know even they here today. J-Lo said, I saw Earth as approximately 4.5 billion years. Always add according to the Bible. If you add how old is the earth, it will give you a scientific figure. The Bible puts, I've seen a scholar drag it to 12,000 years with a lot of manipulation and bending. I've never met a scholar that can age the Bible longer than 12,000 years. But yet in Africa, we have the skeleton of a boy that is 1.6 million years old. And that boy get papa.
Sorry.
And that boy get mama. So in papa and in mama old pass him.
Of course.
So it's not like the boy was Adam. Everything else started from the boy. The boy get papa. The boy get mama. We can see you very well. My problem is, why do we trust religion so much? Despite repeatedly failing. Religion has repeatedly failed to answer simple, basic questions.
Is it because they told us to believe whatever the Bible says as absolute? Could that be why?
May God bless you.
Because I grew up with that fear of, not challenging what's in the Bible. Whatever is in the Bible is absolute. You take it like that. And I think that's why people always say you cannot read the Bible with your human knowledge.
Because it doesn't make sense. That is why you need a stupidity called spirituality to interpret what does not make sense. You have to bend logic for it to make sense.
Yeah.
For you to get the Bible to make sense, you have to bend logic.
Yeah.
And the problem is, once you start bending logic, you are going to keep arriving at undesirable points. As long as you keep bending logic, you will keep bending logic. The Bible is a great book. I've spent my life reading it and studying it and trying to understand the many things in it. And the more I uncover the facts, the closer I get to God. Because the problem is, you don't need to believe stupidity to believe God. God doesn't need you to be foolish. God needs you to think straight. That is why every problem you have in your life is solved by science, knowledge. I remember when we were kids, my mom has only one biological brother in Romania, Uncle Gigi. Anytime it was his birthday, we would now drive to a Nitel booth, and my dad would pay for 3 minutes. It was very expensive, so that we can talk to my uncle. And everybody was allowed 25 seconds. So we had stopwatch. So they just give you the phone. Hello, uncle. How are you doing? Are you okay? Hey. They just push you, move the next person. Today, I am sitting here talking to a woman in America. I can see her. Normally, she should be able to see me if not for one or two of the internet issues that we repeatedly have. What made that happen?
Science,
Science
intervention,
made it happen.
technology.
How did you come to America?
I used the airplane.
Very good. If you want to come back to Nigeria today, what are you going to use?
I used the airplane.
What does that show you?
Technology.
It can be replicated.
It can be replicated, yes. You can do it over and over again.
Over and over and over. 160,000 planes take off and land every day.
Right.
Across the world. It is technology that can be replicated. Can we turn water to wine?
I have water on my table that if it's let's turn it to wine.
Can we walk on water? Can it be replicated? Can we feed 5,000 people with 5 loaves and 2 fishes?
2 fishes.
Can we? The answer is no. So why don't we focus on what gives us results as against the one that needs so many prerequisites? A pastor preaches and shouts for 4 hours and gets a headache. He walks into a pharmacy and says, "Give me Panadol extra." He takes it with a bottle of Fanta, and 30 minutes later, the headache is gone. An armed robber.
Oh, I'm sorry.
An armed robber.
I'm charging my phone.
On his way back from an armed robbery mission, develops a headache, enters the same pharmacy, and buys Fanta and Panadol extra. 30 minutes later, his headache is gone. And Olosho, they've pounded her from night till morning. The customer, when she carry, no grey and sleep. Igbaga. On her way home, she stops at the same pharmacy, buys the same Panadol, and buys the same Fanta, and gets the same result. The born-again pastor, the armed robber, and the OS. Panadol can be replicated. The armed robber wants to go to Abuja. He gets on a plane. He sees a pastor there. And he sees an Olosho going to meet her sugar daddy in Abuja. The 3 of them enter on the plane and sit down. The plane takes off and the plane lands, dropping the 3 of them in Abuja. Whether you believe in airplanes, whether you worship airplanes or not, a religious person, and the worst of the non-religious people, the armed robbers and the OS, get the exact same result because science can be replicated. Now, these same 3 people go to one of these church crusades and pray for something. Can you guarantee me, just the way they got the same result on the plane, and the same way they got the same result with the Panadol, that they are going to get the same result with prayer? So I'm not here to tell you that prayer is not good, but I'm here to tell you that there are more important things than focusing on prayer. Can we focus on that one that we can do and repeat every day, in, out? If they relied on technology, her car, to drop her child off in school, relied on technology to get back to me, relied on technology to join this live, has used Google while we're on this live, all those are technology. How much of faith have you really used today? I'm not in any way bashing your faith. I am just asking, how important is it? Because those who it was important to, like our parents, did not show us tangible results guaranteeing its importance. I want you to go to a Bible verse for me. John chapter 16 verse 13. John chapter 16 verse 13.
Okay. John 16 verse 13. When the Spirit of truth comes, he will guide you into all truth. He will not speak on his own, but will tell you what he has heard. He will tell you about the future. Verse 14. He will bring me glory by telling you whatever he receives from me.
So the Holy Spirit will come. Read the beginning part again. The Greek Bible says, pneumate aletheia.
When the
The
Spirit,
Spirit of truth comes.
he will guide you into all truth.
Okay.
He will not speak on his own, but will tell you what he has heard.
So the Bible specifically says the Holy Spirit is the Spirit of all truth, not some truth, all truth. I want you to Google the word truth, a truth. What is a truth?
Truth is generally defined as the property of being in accord with fact, reality.
Being in accord with facts. Guys, write all these down. Reality.
Or actuality.
So we have facts, reality, and actuality. Between science and religion, which supplies those three characteristics?
It's a science.
So, if Christ said the Holy Spirit is the Spirit of truth, and religion cannot provide facts, religion cannot provide actuality, and the third word is what? Reality?
Yes.
The religion cannot provide facts, reality, or can we say that the Holy Spirit is a spirit of science then?
That's why I was laughing, because I figured that's what you were going to say. That's correct. The Holy Spirit is the spirit.
The spirit of science, because science is fact.
Yeah.
Science chases after fact. Religion tries to turn belief into fact. That is why they will tell you, you went to school and studied zoology. In the zoo that you study zoology, you don't have lion. But then Noah had a lion and a polar bear. Two animals from two sides. Now Google how many species of animals exist. How many species of animals or species of animals exist?
Okay, so it says scientists estimate that there are approximately 8.7 million total eukaryotic This is a bit hard for me. And I know it's eukaryotic species on Earth. So 8.7.
Okay. Now, how many species of, I want you to write the following. What is the combined total? Write it the way I'm asking you.
Okay.
What is the combined total of mammals? Let's be specific.
Okay, of mammals.
Birds.
Birds.
And reptiles.
And reptiles.
On Earth. Because if you say animals, it will include earthworm and.
So it says, based on recent taxonomic databases, the combined total of described species for mammals, birds, and reptiles is approximately 28,000 to 30,000 species.
Okay.
And he broke it down. So reptiles is 11,000 to 12,000, birds 10,000 to 11,000, mammals 6,400 to 6,800 species.
Now Google.
And this is from 2025 data.
2025 data. Now Google, how many animals does the largest zoo in the world contain? How many animals does the largest zoo in the world? Or how many animals can a zoo hold? How many animals can a zoo hold?
So they gave me the name of the largest zoo. The Moscow Zoo is the largest. It's one of the largest zoo, housing about 24,500 individual animals.
Now, how many species? Let's change it to species. Remember, we have 29,000 species means bird. But how many species in that particular zoo?
1,226 different species.
So, in the whole biggest zoo in the world, we can only have 1,000, about less than 10% of all living species.
Correct.
And then we built a boat smaller than the Titanic. Can we be using our brain? Can we be using our brain? Now, I want you to Google, how many kilograms does an elephant eat every day?
Okay, so adult elephants typically consume between 150 to 300 kilograms of vegetation daily.
All right, let me, just in case you don't understand what 150 kilograms is. I am 96 kilograms at 6'1". So the average elephant consumes like 2 of me a day.
Wow.
So just think of the storage for 2 elephants now, 2 giraffes, 2 rhinoceroses, 2 hippopotamus, 2 buffalo. Just think. If Adam started gathering their food the moment they told him of the rain, he will still be gathering that food till today. He not go down gather around. Forget building the ark that it cost him 100 years to build it. To gather their food, then we now have to start talking about the carnivores.
Yeah.
Now Google. Can Noah's Ark be scientifically proven? Can Noah's Ark be scientifically proven?
Scientific evidence for Noah's Ark is limited to debated, non-definitive geological formation, and by is considered a myth rather than historical fact. So they don't even believe.
Now, can evidence of extraterrestrial aliens be proven by science?
Yes, science can prove the existence of extraterrestrial life, but it requires extraordinary, reproducible, and verifiable physical, chemical, or biological evidence rather than anecdotal reports. Currently, no conclusive proof exists, though astronomers actively search for biosignatures in exoplanets, atmospheres, and traces of microorganisms in our solar system.
So, from what you have read, it is more scientific to prove aliens than Noah's Ark. I didn't put the information there. But this our Starlink is working today. Oh. Thank you everyone for buying us Starlink. Oh.
Thank you everyone that donated. That's nice.
Thank you Ife for not donating. No.
If it's don't worry, I'll donate.
Okay.
Send me your account.
I will send it to you because we need 87,000 every month. So okay. Right now I want to go and buy UPS so that if the light goes, it will not affect it. That one is my own contribution. That one 190,000 naira. Just UPS so that the light no go blink.
Okay.
So
I'll pay for 2 months then for don't worry.
Oh. So science debates the existence of extraterrestrials, but still has some proof. But is it that Noah's Ark?
It's a myth.
They say a myth. Now I want you to Google the Epic of Gilgamesh and Noah's Ark. Just type it like that. Don't ask any question. Just the Epic of Gilgamesh and Noah's Ark.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Epic of Gilgamesh contains a flood story remarkably similar to Noah's Ark, where the god Ea or A instructs Utnapishtim to build a massive multi-story boat to survive a divine flood meant to wipe out humanity. Both accounts feature a righteous human, construction of a vessel, saving animals, sending out birds to find land, and offering sacrifices afterwards. The Gilgamesh epic, which predates Genesis, provide a Mesopotamian context for a shared ancient regional tradition of a great flood. So the similarities, there's a flood hero.
Forget the similarities. One came before the other. Which one came first?
Yes. The Epic of Gilgamesh predates Genesis.
And they are both, the Epic of Gilgamesh is a regional, read that part again.
Yes. The Epic of Gilgamesh contains a flood story remarkably similar to Noah's Ark, where the God instructs Utamistim to build a massive multi-story boat to survive a divine flood meant to wipe out humanity. Both accounts feature a righteous human, construction of a vessel, saving animals, sending out birds to find land, and offering sacrifices afterwards. The Gilgamesh epic, which predates Genesis, provides a Mesopotamian context for a shared ancient regional tradition of a great flood. So it's regional.
And they share it. They all believe in it in that region.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
is the Bible, is being a Christian bad? And my answer is, and my answer has always been, and my answer will always be no. Christianity is a noble faith. I, Daddy Freeze, am a Christian. And I do not say Christianity is bad. I'm just saying that as long as we keep putting Christianity and faith in boxes that it doesn't belong in, we will keep getting the results our parents got.
Yeah.
We will keep getting the same result our parents got. The problems of the world are solved with science, but we keep running to religion. The story of Noah is a story of obedience. It doesn't have to be true for us to understand the need to do good and the need to be obedient to our source creator. Am I making sense to you?
Yeah.
Animal Farm is a good book. It doesn't mean horses could talk. The moment you begin to talk, make Animal Farm a historical reality, then you lose the plot. You need to understand that those days, stories were passed from generation to generation verbally. So it is dangerous to try to give a literal approach, a scientific approach to what was always meant to be a poetic stance. These are my thoughts. Please, my sister, what are your questions?
I feel I have a lot of questions. I don't even know where to start.
Start from anywhere. The one I can answer, we answer.
So I think a lot of people want to know that, okay, so if the Bible, especially the Old Testament, some of it, majority of it are not real, I think it begins to shake the faith of a lot of people. Like, oh, okay, if most of it are not real, is like, what is real? Should I continue, or should I just, live my life, like be a good person, love one another, and just, I feel like a lot of people will be thinking that way. So what would you say to those people that are confused now? Like, okay, the Bible, most of it is not real. What should I do?
Now my answer is very simple. The reason why you are coming to a position where you are doubting your faith is because you believed in the historicity of the Old Testament as against the allegorical, anagogical, and moral outline and subframe of the text. You try to create a reality out of it, and the reality is being threatened. The morality is not threatened as much because I can explain the morality. Those days there was polygamy, today there is no polygamy. Polygamy was necessary those days to protect women. Women offered themselves up to be wives to warriors who could protect them and their children. That your child, that your child that you love so much. God forbid if one of those people that buy in schools goes to your child's school and puts a gun to your child's, a gun to your child's head and says, Ife, I will let this child go if you bench me for 1 hour. Ife, I swear to you, we bench the guy.
It's done. What can I do?
If the guy starts making stupid demands and says, I will put it in both holes, done.
Bruh.
I will not use rubber. You start thinking of, oh, they don't get cure for HIV. Because the option is they're going to buy your child.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah. I'll be thinking of going to the hospital.
You will be thinking that, okay, what's the worst that can come out of this?
Yeah.
There are some medicines that if I collect now, within 48 hours, it will remove HIV.
Yeah.
Now imagine a situation where a woman has children and a family, and they come to raid the village and they buy all the children. And the next time she has another children, or another set of children, and somebody brings a letter, says they are going to raid your village tomorrow. And then another strong man comes and says, any woman that marries him will be protected from the raid. All the women there will, straight away.
Yeah.
Straight up. Without the shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
So when you say polygamy was bad, it wasn't bad. It was what the society demanded. If he can drive a car, there were no cars then, so if his driving skill is useless. What do you do for a living, Efe?
I'm a lab scientist. One day I'm sure
there were no labs and there were no scientists, so science and lab was useless.
Yeah.
What mattered was, can Efe run?
Mm-hmm.
How fast can Efe run? When you were running in your school, did you belong to any running team?
I wasn't
so
fast enough.
What was important then if it does not have?
I thought.
Can Efe carry load?
Okay, I could carry load.
You will carry one on your head, one on your back.
Yes, and two on my hand.
And then two on in your hands for 5 miles.
5 miles. Oh, it's too much.
No, that's just your morning routine. Have you forgotten that you are going to come back from the market?
Oh yes.
And there was no money. So if you carried 150 kilograms to the market to sell, if you sold vegetable, you will come back home with 150 kilograms of beef or 150 kilograms of meat or fruit. So it was exchanged by barter. I have fruit. I collect fowl. So the only thing Efe has is quick. That's all she had to offer. So a man is saying, don't worry, join my harem. I have eunuchs and slaves that are going to do the running around. Your own is just to make sure you service me and you service me well. I will protect you from the intruders. I will protect your children. I will protect this. I will protect that. Women themselves were offering themselves up because what you needed to survive then was David versus Goliath. Goliath was the strong man of the Philistines. David was the strong man of the Israelites. And the moment Goliath fell, everybody ran.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't dependent on guns. He wasn't dependent on tanks. It wasn't dependent on missiles or aircraft carriers. It was dependent on one-on-one combat battle brute force.
If a Ecuadorian will use a donkey or ox to move around.
It was donkey or ox cheap. So what I'm saying is, even though the morality of the Bible can be brought into question, it can very easily be explained by the societal structure back then. Today we have Agege rights because Agege people fought for their rights.
Yeah.
And the society has started to include and accommodate them. During biblical times, the right you had was induced by the society. Men wrote the laws, and men wrote themselves into the laws.
Yeah.
Because I'm the one protecting you, so I'm the one writing the law. Let me give you an example. A woman was owned all her life by either one of three men, according to biblical standards: her father,
Yeah.
her husband, or her slave master.
Yeah.
Now, if he has children for me, if he has children, how do I know they are my children?
I mean, now, DNA.
DNA, blood tests. 4,000 years ago, how do I know? Do you know how I know?
Maybe they'll say resemblance. How?
By making sure if he does not go out of the house.
Oh, yeah.
By making sure if he is locked in the house. By making sure I have a eunuch that is watching over Ife. That is why her virginity is important. Because a woman who is not a V, the husband cannot verify where the children, there was no DNA.
Yeah.
As why the woman who was a V had a market value. The one who wasn't was a concubine or a slave wife. So, I'm raising Ife. I'm Ife's father now. I'm raising Ife. I have to protect her, because if she gets benched, I can't sell her full price. So if he spends all her life under my protection, so after working hard to protect her into adulthood, I now exchange her either for a slave wife or for a husband. I get a better price for a husband. But if she's not valuable as a wife because she's not a V, she then gets to be sold into slavery. Now, why do they stone her if she's not a V? Because she defrauded her husband of the bride price. If she was not a V in her father's house, her father can choose to continue being her father, or what the heck, sell her off into slavery to go and become a concubine. So a woman got full price for being a V, half price for being a concubine. Now, concubines were not set free. Female slaves were not set free. Like male slaves were set free after 6 years. Why? Because after using a woman as a concubine, how useful is she to her father? How useful is she to another man?
Wow. I didn't think about it like this. Yeah.
So, you cannot explain morality using the Bible in the context of today's world. You have to go into that society, which is what I did. You have to go and study that society. A society where meat was eaten raw. And that's why there is a rule that you cannot eat meat that still has its BLOOD in it. People were picking things off the floor to eat to survive. There was no proper societal structure, but religion formed a framework for the societal structure. Here's a thought question. There are two men on an island, and one looks at the other one and says, your shoes are ugly. And that one picks up a stick, knocks the other one on the head, and he buys. The one wake by that one. Did he do any wrong? Now the context. There is no police. There is no priest. There are no law books. There are no holy books. There are no religious books. It is just two men on an island. So my question to you is, did he do wrong?
No.
Because what are you going to base right and wrong on? The fishes in the water?
It's based on him. He felt like...
He felt that I feel I can say your shoes are bad.
Yeah.
And I feel that I can buy you for saying my shoes are bad. I don't have to answer to any God, any religion, any priest, any societal structure, because none of those things exist. It is when societal structures are put into place that we can now begin to judge right and wrong. God bless you, love. Your hair looks nice. Thank you so much.
You're not.
There's no oil in these beans anymore.
Daddy, they'll be oil, but she's been telling them to make it without.
No, tell them to put oil. Oh.
There's oil.
God bless you. Your mom said they should make it with less oil.
The oil used to be overwhelming. Like
But this is now too little oil.
Okay, just shift the oil again.
Okay. It looks nice. Thank you very much, my love. And I have a little bit more sauce. The dodo looks so nice too.
Yes.
Yeah. After disappointing me.
I'm so sorry. Today was really busy for me.
And I begged you a week ago.
I know, dear. It is not something. I had a very important meeting today, and I couldn't postpone it. I apologize, and that's why I'm here now.
It's late. We are done already.
I'm so sorry, dear.
I'm just rounding off. Ife, send me a request. Let me bring you back.
Let me know how you want me to make it up to you.
Next week, Wednesday, without any fail. That's the only way.
That means you don't want me to go to work. I should just cancel work for that day.
I liked you when you didn't have a job.
Dear, I was not jobless, so...
I know, but I liked you when you did not have this particular job.
Not my fault, too, because... I don't know. I have to survive now.
Martha!
I don't have anyone bankrolling me, so I have to...
Let's look for a husband for you.
I don't want.
Why?
I'm married to Yehoshua.
Hey, what day? I wish if it was here so she can continue in the line of questioning that we're adopting.
Please come back, because right now, I am exhausted. I've had a really tedious day.
Interesting day.
I am knackered.
Can you guys see me well? Are you seeing me, Remy?
Yes, I can see you clearly.
Okay. They just served me some beans. I've been eating too much of beans. I have to stop it.
But it's good for you, is it not?
It's good, but it's too much. I like beans too much, and I never liked beans as a kid.
I don't think it can be too much, though.
Ah,
Yeah.
what happened to Ife? Ife, what's going on, girl?
Beans is good.
Okay, so where do I pick it up? Now, do you know what happened?
I can
Ife.
see you now, Daddy, please. I can see Remy. Hi, Remy. How are you doing, my sister? I'm good. I'm good.
Danny, baby. Daniela bringing sauce. Why is your face tight? I told you to. Did you wash your hands?
Yeah, it's just straight. The ice was not. It was his belly done freezing.
Oh yeah, give me Pepsi. God bless you, Danny, baby. What am I gonna do without you in this life?
Figure that out.
I have to figure that out. Just tell them that next time they have to put more oil. Just a little bit more oil, not that one that the whole thing is swimming inside oil. Even though.
Remy, can you see me? Because I can see you. But
Yeah.
Daddy Freeze, it's like he's booting.
Yeah, the internet is suffering.
But not here. I can see him clearly here.
He has not had his bath.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm the only one. I can see you clearly myself. Daddy Freeze just has like a button on his face. Yeah.
I can see him
So,
clearly.
Ife, while we're waiting and while I have buttons on my face, tell Remy exactly what we've been discussing all day.
Okay. Initially, Remy, Daddy Freeze asked me a question for me to check Google to get a picture of Adam and Eve, and then to find what was wrong with the picture. I couldn't. So he finally said that what was wrong was belly button. So Adam and Eve.
Now, let me ask you, Remy. What is wrong with Adam and Eve having a belly button?
Why is wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it wrong? I
Should-
don't understand that question.
Should Adam and Eve have a belly button?
But they should have belly buttons. Are they not human beings? Or were they not humans?
Okay. So what's a belly button?
Is that not what we refer to as our navel?
Navel. How do you get a navel?
You're born with it, right?
How?
Is that not where your the umbilical cord is?
Perfect. Beautiful. What is an umbilical cord?
Is it not that it's connected to the mother and it's how the mother is able to feed the baby in pregnancy?
Did Adam have a mother?
Oh,
Good enough.
Adam was created directly by God.
Was not meant to have it.
He had no mother.
Right.
Eve was created out of the rib of Adam. Neither of them should logically have a belly button. There's nowhere in the Bible that says they had belly buttons. But my theory is the humans who first represented them in drawings put belly buttons.
Right.
So belly buttons that were impossible for them to have migrated its way into a picture. And my question is, what else migrated its way into the narrative that you are being fed? At what point do we separate the Holy Spirit and the God understanding from what men taught us to believe. Through the imagery, through the literary device. There are some things that absolutely cannot make sense once they cross out of a language. Remy, ask me if I eat beans in Yoruba.